It was banging heaps there before. It was banging, and then as it's coming up, it slowed down. Hopefully it hasn't hit that other one, which it looks like it's got. Up, up. Oh, 20. Just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, Coops. Don't stop. Just got to watch as it comes up. Oh, look at it.
Colour.
Oh yeah, good colour. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. It's got the other one.
One more head, one more head. That's
Oh.
floating.
It's a floater. What do we got? It's a blue eye. It's a blue eye.
What's it behind it?
Blue eye! Woo! Wind it in.
Wind it, pull it across. Yeah.
Bring it round.
Oh, wait a sec, you're on that line.
Bring it round.
Watch that line.
Oh,
yeah, good.
that's it. You're over. Now you're wrapped around him. Still drop the rod down.
I'm trying, but there's no pressure.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh yeah, we got blue eye. Woo! You can just lift him up.
You can't lift him in, Coops, you're right.
Fuck, he's heavy.
Oh, he's a ripper!
Fucking hell, he's huge.
How good is that?
Oh, yes! He's a bloody monster! Oh, not that I need any more, but...
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
How good is that?
There you have dinner.
This one's bigger.
Still going on mine.
Is that running?
Yeah, it's running now.
Sweet. Are we going to pull this fish out?
Yeah. Oh, we're good at this. We haven't even started yet.
Oh.
All right. Start again. Take two. Now, what we're doing, apart from drinking coffee, is everyone's asked about cleaning fish. So I brought the expert in. No, he wasn't available, so I got Jim. So what we've got is we've got this specialised table, and we're going to cut up two fish. What are we cutting up, Jim?
Blue eye, which I claim because I pressed the button on the reel.
Yep, sword fishing. We end up with a blue eye, but that'll
then
do.
we take bloody old mate's son.
Tin ass.
Catches a bloody beautiful yellowfin, so we're going to cut that up and I'm going to steal some.
So we're going to do yellowfin and blue eye. Start with blue eye. All right, let's go.
That's good.
Actually, coffee down here.
Ooh.
And as you can see, we've got all the knives in here.
Oh, and here's the beautiful blue eye for this day.
Yum, yum, yum in your tum.
I reckon that's old.
Yeah, I don't think it's brand new. There's a couple of cuts on this fish that we noticed when he came up that he's been belted by something. We wondered if it looks like a sword.
It carried on halfway up, so I thought it was getting sharp.
All right.
And with this one, Al's going to use the head and the bones and the tail, and he's going to make a fish stock. Do you want me to get a rag and wipe him down because he's so freaking slow?
Yeah, all these deep water fish are really slimy. So what we do is we put the knife in against the backbone. This is what I do with a lot of my fish. You run it in there and you can't really see. So what I'll do is I'll press record up there and then you can get the cutaway. And then I run the knife up and you're feeding along the backbone as you go. And you run it right up like that and you put it in here. Come on, get in there. Just get in around the side there.
Maybe so you can hold him.
And then you run the knife and you try and as you go, you're feeling the backbone. They've got some serious backbone on these puppies.
Did you say you had a steel?
Yeah, it's inside. Then I'm going to get another knife that's a bit sharper. And then to waste nothing, then I cut right up like that. Up. You get a bit too much bone there, so now. Sorry?
These are diamond one. They're more aggressive, but they just need to be used them straight.
Down like that. And then we're going to run up along here. And then again, and this knife's a bit stiffer, that one's a bit better that Jim's got there. And run it up, feeling the bone as you go. A lot of guys scale them, I just skin them, that's just my natural thing to do.
I like that actually.
Yeah, I don't know, we could have scaled it, but I'd skin it. And,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you just work it in. And as you go and you lift out, and if you miss some, don't worry, because what you do is you come back later. Yeah, and you just trim it off the backbone. So
if you're going to do this one now, watch your clean tuna. Do you put the hole in this one as well and hold him up?
yeah, that's why you're here for your good looks. But what we do is, the trick with this is we do both sides. So we're just getting in there, And then all the stuff on the backbone we're going to use as well. All right, flip him over.
Ah, because it's easy to do while it's still full.
Yep, so you do it while it's full and you can get more out of your coffee. So then same thing, start on this side so you can see this time, clean it down.
Yeah, you're right, you keep going.
And the key is, take a few twigs off him, is that when it's up nice and high like this, it's just easier on your back, especially when you've got a couple of big fish to clean. And you go to so much effort to do this, to catch these fish, you've got to look after them and make sure you don't waste it. A lot of guys, you know, they don't take the flaps, they don't take heaps of it, and it gets wasted. So then I'm going to run the knife back in under here and go right up there. And you can see there's a little bit wasted, but that won't be wasted at all. We're going to stick the knife in there and run down and across the rib cage like that. And then we're going to the same thing, just feed it along. And these knives are good because they're nice and flexible. You really want to flexible. That's why I've got different ones for different parts, and bits we're going to do with the tuna are different again. We're going to run the knife right in there. Just finish up this cut up here, and you cut up right up into this corner here. So these guys, you can see, really hard. So what we're going to do is just run that knife along that edge into there, so that we're getting more out of it. So then we're going to just make sure we've cut. There's going to be a little bit missing because it's a nice big fish, but it's going to be a solid fillet off this guy. And then you lift it up, so 2 fingers, or 1 hand I suppose, and lift it, and then you get it down to the tail. Then that's exactly what we do with the tuna. Lift it there, you can see there, and then you just work it. And as you do it, you're lifting it so you can maximise on, and you can, if you really want, you can pull the, like work it over the gill cage there if you want. So all these martinis, bloody good knives for this stuff. Just peel out that guts in there, we don't want that. And then
Have you got some paper towel?
Yep, heaps of paper towel inside, underneath the kitchen sink. And there you have a beautiful fillet. And if we look, so I'll just present that one there, so he doesn't fall on the ground. A little bit of rib cage we'll clean off. There's still a bit in here, and we're going to trim all that out and use all these bits as well, so there's nothing wasted. In fact, we're going to get a spoon and run that up the backbone as well. And Jim is prepping ahead, and he's getting all the bags ready, put the names on them, so we don't waste a thing. Because you can cutlet these as well, but for this job, what we're going to do is we're going to fillet it down, we're going to take the wings out, and then we're going to use the head and the whole frame for stock. Bloody beautiful. You know what, I'm done on work, I need a coffee now. Yeah, so what we'll do next is we're going to leave that on for the moment, but we're going to chop that there and there, and that's going to be Gurney's gone. We're going to cut that there and there, and then what we're going to do is, but first, is we're going to cut the wings out. So the wings is this section here, and it gets wasted a lot, but it's a delicious and awesome bit. So, we're going to get in there, yep, and run the knife in like that. And then
We can bake it, can't you?
you can do anything with it. I love putting it on the barbecue, to be honest with you. So the gills are still in on this one because we probably could have gutted and gilled, but deep water fish aren't like your tunas, and the tuna, the minute you catch it, you have to bleed it. But deep water fish, and this includes swordfish, you don't really have to worry as much because it's already freezing cold. And you don't have to really just keeping it cold. Whilst tuna and stuff like that, you have to get them cold.
Yeah, they cook themselves.
Yeah.
Well, look how long the tuna we catch now lasts compared to what
Yeah.
used to. They used to last bloody 3 months and they'd go black. Now we've got them eating them, you know, nearly 12 months later.
And they're still beautiful. Yeah, that's exactly right.
You know,
What I'm going to do is go trim that little bit of blood out of there. Oh, good try. Just landed on the ground.
that's why he fishes.
That's why I fish. I'm not for basketball. Go left-hand cut.
You want me to hold it or you're right?
No, just trying to get in there. Then,
Did you bring the heavy knife out? Do you want to grab it?
nah, yeah, left it in there. The guys that are proper butchers and, you know, do this sort of stuff would be horrified that, but just, ooh. This works for us. Just let me clean my hands so it's not too much, so I'm not too bloody.
It's quite good too.
Yeah, I touched them all up the other day. So, just going to roll that. You can just, hang on, just sort of cut that out there. Just run that knife in there and just trim that, cut it out.
Cut through it.
Yep. There we go. There's a massive bit of meat that hasn't been utilised at all. What we probably want to do is split them in half.
I'll get that with the heavy knife if you want.
So we're going to break that. I'm going to hold it there and just trim them. And then you have these beautiful wings that are all part of it, and then just trim off these little bits on the side. So there's a little bit of skin there. Let's run the knife up there. Again, everything goes straight in the bin. Take these gills out, and then we're going to do, take these gills out while we're at it. Because we're going to keep this head and going to use the whole head as, yeah, the whole head's going to be utilised in a fish stock. I've never actually done a fish stock myself. My old man used to do it all the time. I've never done one, so this will be a first. So the hole in there is really good. So you can see there, the first thing we're going to do, grab a rag.
You want to split it?
No, well this one we can just probably do it whole. We're going to take this rib cage out. We're just going to give it a wipe down. Keep everything as clean as you can. I know some real butchers and all the bloody, you know, fish guys that have a heart attack the way we do it, but you know what?
Yeah, they're pretty good at it though.
Yep.
You do it every day, you get pretty good.
Yeah, we're not that good, but you know what? It's still, the great thing is about doing it all yourself. So there it is, ready to go.
That's
Thin
why
knife.
I get asked about the deer. I find the deer's easier to clean than a fish.
Yeah, I reckon it is too. Fish is more hard work. So here, I'm just trimming this rib cage out. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to throw this out. So normally you throw this out, but we're going to add this to our stock.
And look, I'm already ready for it. Don't think I didn't put my name on it.
It just, these are Jim's bags to go. So yeah, I'm just going to trim these bones out. And then,
You did a good job at that.
yeah, not too bad. There we go. So normally you'd chuck that out, but you know what we're doing? Adding it to our stock.
We'll have to Google some.
And what we're going to do is put your fingers on there and just run.
And then you hold, that's where you hold.
Put your finger in, and then I'm going to gently.
And see how we didn't scale it? It's much easier to skin because the skin's a lot tougher. You won't go through it as much.
And we can check there. Oh yeah,
Close.
it's good. And it's just, what I do is I seesaw it.
You wiggle the fillet.
And I got to do the make sure, because I'm delicious. Even turn that on.
We can get the next one on that.
So, and then you
Have you
just,
got your live on?
No, I haven't got the live one.
The next one.
Yeah, we'll do it the next one because everyone will want to see that as well. This is the new world, isn't it, Jim?
They want
It's
to
all
see you do your mouth thing when you're
Yeah.
really concentrating.
yeah, and just work it up.
Wait, so she's coming up. Put your hand on it. Here. Yep.
It should just slide on this. Just got those bones.
Couple
I'll just
bones there against the skin. There you go. So that's pretty
fingers
good. Oh, you got a little bit. That's right.
and
It's coming up. Yeah, she curls up at the end. Oh.
so there. Put that out of the way. Let's see how close we are.
Oh, you did pretty good.
Look at
You
this.
only just went through on the very end here.
Look at that. So look at that. That we can throw because there's a tiny bit of meat on there.
That's Coop's bit.
Yeah, that's what we're going to leave for Coops. And then we're just going to wipe these scales off before we put it back on because the scales are a bloody nuisance. Now, this is your skinned fillet, but what you have is a line of bones up here. So what we're going to do
Big knife.
is we're going to... No, this one will do it probably pretty good. So I'll use this one. This will do, Jim. So I'm going to run this knife up along there, and you can feel it as you go. Just run it
And
up
you're not
there.
actually wasting any because you know what? If you leave the bones in, it's just when you start eating them, it's terrible.
Well, you
and
pick
you're not
around it.
wasting it, yeah.
And this makes it easier for people just
Nice
to eat.
especially people like that aren't huge fish people. If you get a bone, they lose it. So
And they just go, oh, there's bones in there.
turns them off. Yeah.
And you know what?
For
We
me,
can-
I just get it around. Doesn't bother.
Yeah, we can, but this is to make it as easy as possible. And you know what we're going to do?
Kids and stuff.
We're going to use it for a little bit of skin still there. So I just trim that. So that little bit of leftover skin that I had there before that I wanted to get rid of, I'm just doing that now.
Really, how much did you do?
Ah, there's just a bit of the, yeah,
Blood
just
line out.
just a bit of the bloodline. And then up into here as well, just trim. There's a little bit of skin there, I can feel it. And you can trim it out by doing this as well. Just run a nice thin knife across like that. And guess what?
Stock. Especially with kingfish.
Just, and it's, yeah,
this
King's
just-
definitely. Just
I
trim.
the edge. Try not to waste any because it's so bloody good. But just get that bit of blood. It just freezes better.
Yep, that's
Fish
exactly it.
The crabs can eat that.
So that one, we'll trim this skin off there, and then we'll use that for... I'm pretty excited about my stock at the moment. So
It better be
gonna-
good. If it's not good, it'll be. I
Yeah,
don't think you can stuff.
you'll have to stay tuned. It'll be Alan Jim's cooking session next.
Yeah, I don't think.
So I just want to get that skin off there. So I'll just get a bit liberal with that. Because I could cook this up for bloody dinner. That's the other thing I was just thinking.
Oh God, what do you reckon about that?
So there you go. So that's a whole bit that we can either cook up. I'm going to cut it. There. So now Jim's starting to cut them down into steaks. That one goes ahead over here.
So the thing with wild fish is it's much more filling than normal meat. So you don't need as much as what you think. What do you reckon, 2 per bag? I see you do it heaps smaller than I do it even. Oh, that's a top, it's just thicker.
So yeah.
What do you reckon, 2 bits per bag?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. So there you have it. We're going to do the other one, but we might turn the camera off. We're going to cryovac all this down now, pack it up, trim it all down, and then you have perfect fillets. And next, we're going to do yellowfin. Hopefully that was focusing on us.